early morning robbery at a Burger King has ended with a teenage employee shot and killed. Today, New York.
Okay, so an early morning robbery in Harlem. And a lot of you guys who are not from New York, I'm not from New York, but I go to New York. I've been going to New York for 30 years, frequently. I have family up there. Harlem is the northern part of Manhattan. And in Manhattan this week, there's been a huge news story. Because in Manhattan, they have a district attorney there who's basically making burglaries and robberies legal by saying that he won't prosecute them. And it's causing a huge dust up there. Because you have to think about this. Think about this, y'all. Jay-Z made an album called Streets is Talking a long time ago. And the streets talk. The little thugs on the street learn, oh, hey, guess what? They not prosecuting these crimes anymore. If you do X, Y, Z, you do this, you do that. Yeah, you'll get arrested, and yeah, you'll spend the night in jail. But you'll get out the next day, and the case will just disappear like Houdini. How long do you think it takes for that to get around the streets of Manhattan and Harlem?
News in East Harlem. An early morning robbery at a Burger King has ended with a teenage employee shot and killed. Today, New York's Jessica Cunnington joins us live. Jessica, I'm told you're finding out more about the victim.
Yeah, Gus, we now know that Crystal Bayron Nieves was that 19-year-old who was killed during this armed robbery. And I'm told she just started the job here at this Burger King not too long ago. Now,
And y'all know I'm a big advocate of go look for a job because this is the best job market that this country's ever seen. Everybody got fat off them PPP loans and them unemployment benefits, and no one wants to work now. Jobs are looking for people. If you want to work, you can work anywhere. This girl probably got a signing bonus to work at Burger King. Fast food restaurants are paying $15 an hour to work, to flip burgers, to ring people up on the cashier. $15 an hour. Do you understand what your check looks like at the end of 2 weeks? And you're 19? This is the best job market ever, which also means that there's no excuse to be running around robbing people. I don't want to hear about poverty and the man holding me down. They're paying $15 to flip burgers at McDonald's, and you get a signing bonus. You get a signing bonus to work at Target and Walmart. They give you $8,000 to sign up and work at Walmart as a delivery driver. Just to sign up, just to start. This is the best job market ever for people who want to work.
Yeah, Gus, we now know that Crystal Bayron Nieves was that 19-year-old who was killed during this armed robbery. And I'm told she just started the job here at this Burger King not too long ago. Now, the gate is down on the Burger King shop because the manager says they're going to be closed for the rest of the day. But I want to show you some video of the scene overnight and early this morning when investigators were combing this entire scene. Again, this is the Burger King right at 116th and Lexington. And you can see in this video, the crime scene was still blocked off here, this entire corner. Police say a man walked into that Burger King with a gun and demanded money. They say he shot Crystal, who was behind the register at the time, and then shoved and pistol whipped a female manager who was also working and the customer inside at the time. A worker tells me investigators got the surveillance video they needed from inside the store, but says the suspect was fully masked and was wearing gloves as well. The crime.
So this guy came in there and basically rained terror. It's going to be extremely difficult to catch him because of these mandates. Fools walk, every young son man I know of walks around with fully masked, ski mask, hoodie. And a lot of these dudes ain't hard. They not doing nothing. They just walk around like that. But mixed in them are the ones that are hard and are dangerous criminals and the carjackers and do all this stuff. They just walk around with ski masks and hoodies all day. And it's very hard. It's going to be very hard for them to find out who did this. Very, very hard.
Store, but says the suspect was fully masked and was wearing gloves as well. The crime scene unit spent about 7 hours inside the Burger King gathering photos and other evidence. But I did speak with one neighbor who says he comes to this Burger King all the time, and he brought this white candle here, left it right outside the door to honor the victim, who says she just started working here just about a week ago.
19 years old. I woke up, seen it on my phone, and decided to bring a candle down. I got the white candle because it represents peace. She didn't deserve what she got. We just need to do something about the violence that's going on right now. We really do. We really do.
Salute to this brother, man, doing something. I mean, there's nothing you can do if the cops arrest these people. Now, this guy, he killed the guy. He did a bunch of others. He killed the girl, did a bunch of other stuff. This guy might not get a bail. He might not get out the next day. He might, though. Because you can rob a bank in New York City and get out the next day.
19 years old. I woke up, seen it on my phone, and decided to bring a candle down. I got the white candle because it represents peace. She didn't deserve what she got. We just need to do something about the violence that's going on right now. We really do. We really do.
Just so sad, and investigators at this moment looking for the shooter right now, but also it seems that employees or people just trying to come to this Burger King and are being let in by other employees just to be together and to console each other. But again, the manager here telling me they are closed for the rest of the day. A 19-year-old girl dead in East Harlem today. I'm Jessica Cunnington, Today in New York.
And this is the young lady, Crystal Bayron Nieves. So young, getting a job, just like when you go in any fast food place, the cashiers, the person at the drive-thru is usually a young girl, you know, college age or high school age, just doing her job, working. Just terrible, man. And of course we know the guy who did this. We already know. Like, let's not play games. It's Harlem. We already know who did this. Here's a picture of the guy. You can see part of his face. You can see you can see this much of his face. You know who did this. And it's only going to get worse up there, man. It's only going to get worse up there. Manhattan, Harlem, it's only going to get worse.
This morning, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg is speaking out about his plan to fight crime in the city. Bragg says it will free up resources to focus on violent crime, but his plan is now facing criticism from police unions. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge reports from the National Action Network's House of Justice in Harlem.
Hi, good morning, Cindy. Yes, last week, new DA Alvin Bragg sent out a memo outlining new bail, charging, plea, and sentencing policies that he believes will make the city safer.
You go back 35 years, you saw sort of increased incarceration with not necessarily leading to public safety benefits. And the most recent chapter in our city, pre-pandemic, of incarceration and crime both decreasing. That's what we've got to get back to.
Manhattan's District Attorney Alvin Bragg says his office will no longer prosecute crimes like marijuana misdemeanors, prostitution, and fare evasion. Bragg thinks longer sentences do not deter crime or make society safer. He's also advising lesser charges for some low-level drug offenders and for some burglaries.
Okay, some burglaries. Okay, with the burglaries, sometimes people are breaking your house and they can't find nothing. So or they get caught in mid-burglary and they got to run out before they take something. So those people shouldn't be prosecuted either. This is insane.
He's also advising lesser charges for some low-level drug offenders and for some burglaries. And in low-level store robberies, lesser charges if a suspect, quote, displays a dangerous instrument but does not create a genuine risk of physical harm.
Okay? So if I produce a gun, but I'm not really I'm not going to shoot nobody. Like this guy who robbed the Burger King. Had he just gone in there and robbed it, and didn't take the young lady's life and didn't pistol whip the other person and didn't, assault the man too, the customer, he wouldn't have gotten prosecuted. You have to understand that. The only reason if they catch this guy he's going to be prosecuted is because he actually killed the girl. But had he not, he wouldn't be getting prosecuted. Yes, he would get arrested, just like any robber would, and thrown in jail, but he would get out the next day with no bail, because they've eliminated cash bail, and then he would get a court date. But then when he showed up to court, they would say, the DA decided not to prosecute your case, you can go home. That's literally what's happening.
In low-level store robberies, lesser charges if a suspect, quote, displays a dangerous instrument but does not create a genuine risk of physical harm. DA Bragg says the changes will allow attorneys more time to prosecute violent offenses.
I had a shootout on my block a month ago. We need to be focused on that.
But the reforms have drawn criticism from the Police Benevolent Association, which said in a statement it has serious concerns about the message these types of policies send to police officers and criminals. And some fear the effects on the people who live or work in Manhattan.
There's nothing wrong with saying you want to decrease the amount of people in our prisons. There's nothing wrong with saying you want to exercise stronger discretion in who we send to prison. But there are some people out there who are committing violent felonies.
As for Mayor Eric Adams, he says he will analyze DA Bragg's plans and convene a meeting between lawmakers, DAs, and law enforcement to hash it out. DA Bragg says he also wants to invest more in programs that keep offenders out of jail. This press conference is underway now and will bring you updates throughout the morning. In Harlem, Natalie Dudridge, CBS 2 News.